Hi guys, it's Elena from Financialdemics.com, where I give you the tips and tools to manage your money, increase your savings and your income, and decrease your debt. And today we're going to talk about how you can get your credit report for free each and every week. So if you're looking to get your money right and build a strong financial foundation, go ahead and hit subscribe and make sure you go ahead and also tap that notification bell so you don't miss another one of my uploads. So let's talk about these credit reports. Normally, I tell people to get their credit report for free once every 4 months using annualcreditreport.com. But the three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, decided to partner together, and they are offering all Americans a copy of their credit report each week for the next year. So that means that you can get a credit report from Experian, a credit report from Equifax, and a credit report from TransUnion each and every week until April 2021. And it started this week, so you definitely want to take advantage of it. Now, if you don't want to order your credit report every single week, that's cool too, but it's great that you're able to access it on a regular basis and you don't have to wait so long to get it for free, because typically after you have gotten your free credit report from the year from one of those bureaus, you had to wait a whole year in order to get another one for free, or else you had to pay for it. Well, now they want to make sure that you are able to pay attention to what's going on with your credit, especially during this time. And so they're giving us this great opportunity to access it every single week. Now, I know you're thinking like maybe that's too much, but there's a few reasons why you will want to access your credit report on a regular basis. So it's always good to know where you stand. You also want to make sure that the information that's on your credit report is accurate and error free. And you have to know there's always room for error, right? Companies, there are so many different customers. They may report something on your credit report that is not correct, and you want to make sure that it is correct. You also want to make sure that you're not a victim of identity theft. Some people don't even know that their identity has been stolen until they go to apply for something, and then all of a sudden they're denied, and that's when they check their credit report. And of course, you don't want to be surprised when you actually go to use your credit. So you definitely want to be looking at your credit report on a regular basis to see what is on there and what needs to come off. So you can get a copy of your free credit report from the three credit bureaus at annualcreditreport.com. Don't worry, I'll also have a link in the description so that you can easily access it. Now, once you get on their website, go ahead and click that button at the top that says request your free credit report. And it will take you to a page that'll show you the 3 steps that you need to go to in order to get a copy of your free report. Now, that first step is that you have to fill out a form. So to go there, you'll just hit the next button below it that says request your free credit report and fill out that form. Once you click next, it's going to take you to a section where you have to decide which credit report that you want. So you can pick 1, 2, or even all 3. Once you decide which credit report that you want, it's going to take you to the third section that's actually going to ask you some security questions, because they need to make sure you are who you say you are. And these security questions really have to do with information that is on your credit report, but that you would actually know because they're your finances. So once you fill that out correctly, your credit report will upload onto the screen. You have an opportunity to print it and save it as a PDF. I usually save mine first so that I can have it, and I save it in my Dropbox account so that I can access it when I need it, and then I can really go back and look over it. Now, if you want to get all of your credit reports, you do have to go back and go through the security questions again. So it'll take you through the process again, and then you'll answer additional security questions that have to do with information that is on that particular credit bureau's credit report for you. Now, once you have a copy of your report, make sure you're just not saving a copy. You need to review it, right? We need to make sure the information that's on it is accurate. So check out your report and look for information that may not be correct, such as maybe accounts that you didn't open yourself, maybe the wrong name. So maybe they have your wrong last name or a name that's not even associated with you, the wrong address, or even the wrong phone number. Look for late payments that you didn't pay late, like you've always paid on time. So why do you have a 30-day late there? Closed account balances that are showing as open. So sometimes when an account is closed, for some reason it's still showing as open, and you don't want to show that you have this outstanding balance for something that you know is clearly closed, because it will affect whether or not your credit is looking good to lenders, or if your credit is not looking too good for lenders, right? And then you also want to check for incorrect account balances or credit limits. You want to have the correct information, because this is what they're using to judge whether or not you're credit worthy, and sometimes it can make it look like that you're not credit worthy. And of course, we want to have decent credit. If you review your credit report and you do see something on there that does need to be disputed because it's incorrect, then on the website for annualcreditreport.com, they do have an option for you to dispute online. But I don't want you to do that. What I want you to do is to send a letter to that credit bureau. Now, that letter should be sent by certified mail, and it should have a read receipt attached so that it will be sent back to you, so you know that they signed for that dispute letter. And the reason why we want a letter is because we like proof. We need proof around here. So we need proof that you received it because your employee signed for it, right? So we're going to do it that way, not dispute online. Now, in the letter that you send to them, you want to let them know what you're disputing and why you are disputing it. You also need to tell them what you want them to do. Do you want them to remove the item because it's completely inaccurate, or do you want them to change it because it needs to be updated to the correct information? So that's something that will work for like account balances, right? And you need to let them know what it needs to be updated to also. It's also really helpful if you include supporting documentation so that they are able to see, okay, they have proof, and make sure it's copies. Don't send them your originals because you may need it later, because sometimes it may take more than one try to get inaccurate information off of your credit report. Also, you need to include proof that you are who you say you are. The credit bureaus need to verify who you are because they are protecting you from any identity theft also. So send a copy of your driver's license or your ID, maybe your social security card or the last four of your social, maybe a utility bill, or even a copy of the credit report. But you need to prove who you are when you send them the dispute. I know from my own personal experience, they will not follow up on your dispute if you do not send them any identifying information so they can verify who you are. And if you're worried about exactly the structure of the letter, then I have actually included in the description box below a sample dispute letter from the FTC. That's the Federal Trade Commission. They're the ones who, are over all things credit for the most part. And so it's just a sample letter that explains to you how to send it. So if that's helpful for you, check the description box below. I hope you take advantage of your 3 free credit reports each week, especially if you're trying to make some financial moves in the future that will involve your credit. You definitely want to stay on top of it, make sure everything is good to go so you're not held back, at least by that, right? In the comments below, let me know, will you be pulling your credit report on a weekly basis or are you going to do a monthly basis? I personally think monthly might be better for me, but I definitely understand if you're pulling it weekly, it's free. Go ahead and do it. So share this video with your friends if they are working on their credit, and also like it and hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed already. I drop videos on a weekly basis every Thursday, and I will see you next time with a new one. Bye.